Hey everyone, Luke here. Hope you're doing well. And today I'm going to talk about financial health. Okay, so we're all about health on this channel, right? I'm all about health. I help people heal. I help people understand deep healing, what it takes, how to achieve it, and I help people do it, right? And financial health is important for health, right? That's why you call it financial health. Okay. Now, financial health doesn't necessarily mean very rich, right? It doesn't mean having a mansion. It doesn't mean having the newest car, which many people waste their money on, okay? But it is important for health, right? Part of it is because the program takes money, right? It takes money to afford organic food. It takes money to afford high-quality meats. It takes money to be able to afford the supplements, to afford some of the other things, maybe like other certain detox equipment, or it takes money to have a chiropractor adjust you, to get deep tissue massages, and it's less stress on the body, right? Because not having enough money is a stress, right? If you're worrying about money, right, then that's a stress, right? Because you're worrying about how you're going to pay your bills. You're worrying about, making enough money for rent. You're worrying about all these things. And if you're worrying about it, that's a stress on the body. So financial health is important. And it's subtle, but the program will help you achieve more financial health. The reason why this happens is because it makes you more grounded. Okay, so it's important to stay grounded about money. Okay, and this partially means not spending your money on useless crap. Okay, even poor people in our culture that don't have hardly any money they waste so much money on useless crap that they never use. And part of this is because their minds are clouded and they're ungrounded about it, and they don't even realize that they're wasting their money. Okay, they waste their money on new clothes. They waste their money on having fancy shoes that they don't necessarily need. Sometimes these things are important, especially if you run a business or something like that, right? It's all balance, right? But the program is all about balance, right? And as you balance your mind and your body, and you heal yourself, your mind, your life will become a better balance, and you'll achieve better financial balance. Okay. And this is an important concept. Okay, so being grounded about it. And there's very, very important, which many people overlook, is false feelings and beliefs about money. So I'm just going to write false beliefs. Many people have been ingrained in them since they were young that money is a bad thing. Okay, so many people say money is the root of all evil, right? But actually, the saying is, and what it says in the Bible is, the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay, now many of the most successful people in the world are grounded, and they don't drive very fancy cars. They put all their money back into their business, and there's nothing wrong with being wealthy, right? If you have a lot of wealth and you're wise, and you're a wise, grounded man or a woman, if you're a successful businesswoman, it's important to realize that has a lot of power. Okay, so if you're a grounded individual and you know how to spend your wealth and help spread your wealth to the world, that's very important, right? If you're creating jobs for people, that's a service. If you create a multinational company that's creating all sorts of jobs for people so people can feed their families and work for you, that's an amazing service that you're providing to the world. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, many people are scared of having money. I think it's because a deep part of it is because people are scared of themselves. So they think if they're rich, right, they're gonna, if they had all this money, all of a sudden they're gonna, they're gonna waste a lot of time. They might, get addicted to drugs. A lot of rich people get addicted to drugs and stuff like that, just because they're just pursuing that lifestyle. A lot of people end up that way. That's why a lot of celebrities have drug problems and eating addictions and stuff like that. Is because, they have had a lot of them had it well thrown at them, and then they don't. Life kind of becomes boring, right? You might be bored if you're right, because if you're wealthy, all of a sudden, what do you have to live for? Like, what do you have to work for? Nothing to work for, right? You already, you can just do nothing all day, and then boredom becomes your enemy, and then you get attached to drugs and stuff because you need that high. Okay, but having false beliefs about money is very important. Believing that you don't deserve money. Maybe if you grew up poor, if you like I said, you grew up in a lot of conservative Christian households, It can kind of lead to false beliefs where they teach people, it's not good to have a lot of money and stuff like this. So just accepting that it's okay to have money and wanting money into your life and accepting goodness into your life and willing is, there's power in that. Supporting your life through power. And then there's other things too, the things like budgeting, obviously setting a budget. Okay, me personally, I don't really set a budget. I just don't spend very much money on a lot of things, and I put my money into things like my business and stuff like that. But setting a budget can be an important step especially if you're bidding for a lot of people. Also, it's important to make your money work for you. It's important to learn about investing, especially in this day and age. It's very, very important that you learn about investing and protecting your wealth, okay? I am of the mind, many of you may disagree with this, and this is not financial advice. This is not necessarily even a financial channel, although, like I said, financial health is important. You should put as much money as you can spare away from currencies like the dollar and the euro. These are what we call fiat currencies. They're backed by nothing. They're just paper. And all these nations are very, very much in debt. Okay, the central banks are very much in debt, and these currencies are becoming worth less and less. And so things like investing in gold, I believe, are very important today. I am, to a certain extent, a fan of things like Bitcoin, or there's another one that I invest a little bit in is Ethereum. These are cryptocurrencies that are deflationary, so they have a fixed supply. Well, Ethereum doesn't so much, but Bitcoin does. But things like gold, real tangible assets. And you'll notice that these are more yang assets. So, now this actually is not very related to money working for you. That's kind of a different thing. But investing, I'm going to say investing in tangible assets. Okay, now this can be real estate. And these are the best I think things to invest in today. It's partially because yang, like I've talked about before, is the balancing force in the world, and so much of our financial system is so ethereal and up in the head, and it doesn't even exist. It's like derivatives and quantitative easing, negative interest rates. All these things are crazy, right? They're just so up. They're just it's computers betting against each other to drive up stocks, and the stock market evaluations of these companies doesn't even really represent the company's true value. It's all so so it's much better today. I mean, people do make a lot of money doing that, right? There's a lot of day traders and stuff like that, and you can make money in the stock market and stuff like that. But it's important to realize that I think that all these things are going to come more into balance, and the economies in the future and decades from now will be much more based off of real assets. So things like real assets, real estate. Real estate's a fantastic asset, right? Especially arable land where you can grow your own food. Investing in your skills, right? Investing into your business, investing in gold, silver, like I said, real estate. All these are tangible things that you can hold, right? That you own. So once you buy it, you own it, right? It's not, they tend to go up in value, okay? So this is, I think that those are the best investments, especially to protect wealth. Now, if you buy a lot of gold, it's not going to necessarily make you a lot of money, right? But it protects wealth. What gold does is it stores value. Okay, so that should at least be part of your portfolio. Okay, and this kind of goes making your money work for you. Things like having like rental properties, which goes back to real estate. Obviously, if you have a property that you can rent out, things like that. That's kind of more of a different tangent, though. This is more about just general financial health. And it's important to learn about money. I'm going to erase all this, actually, and put that as the most important part. Besides doing the program, okay? And don't overlook that. Making yourself more grounded, eating meat, as strange as it may sound, moving energy downwards, making yourself more grounded, will make you better at your financial health, because you become more realistic, and you make better decisions about your money, okay? But that is, I'm going to say number one is actually just learn about money. And this doesn't mean learn, I don't mean, when I say this, I don't mean learning about which stock you should buy. I don't mean learning about which hot new technology is coming out, even though these things may be important. I mean learning about how money works, how macro and microeconomics work. I mean reading The Wealth of Nations. Okay, I mean reading those old Austrian economic textbooks about Austrian economics, learning Austrian economics, okay, which in my opinion is truth compared to Keynesian economics, which is like fiat currencies and stuff like that. You know, currencies backed by gold. Those are more Austrian economic schools of thought. Okay, learning how inflation works, learning how you know, credit works, learning how you know, real estate percentages work, with like, you know, learning about how not only credit but also learning about what is it that I'm thinking of? You know, inflation. I already said that. You know, all these things are very important. There's something that I missed, but hopefully it'll come to me. You know, all these things are very important characteristics of money, and if you understand the basics, just like with nutritional balancing, if you know the basics, right, about how the bodies need to become more yang, and need to move energy downwards, and you know why the program works the way that it does, it makes things a lot easier because you're more relaxed about it. This is true with money too. You know, and they don't teach you about money hardly at all in school, and they do that on purpose, I think. And they don't teach you in the colleges. They don't teach you that the central banks create money out of thin air. They don't teach you that in college. Okay, they don't teach you that, you know, how the financial system works. They don't teach you how inflation destroys your savings. Okay, they don't teach you how inflation is a hidden tax on the poor. They don't teach you these things. Okay, and so it's important to go back and learn about money. So, like I said, Wealth of Nations is a fantastic book to learn about it. Another fantastic book about banking and about the Federal Reserve is actually The Creature from Jekyll Island. And that talks about how the Federal Reserve was created and how central banking works and how it affects everything. It's a fantastic, fantastic book. It'll open your eyes to a lot of things about how our banking system works. And that way you'll know the fundamentals. You'll know trends. Does that make sense? And you'll know, it'll make you, and just learning about money helps you be more grounded about it. It helps you understand the principles behind money. Okay, understand interest. That's what I was thinking of, just understand interest. Okay, so if you have put X amount of money in an account for X amount of time, you know, how much will it become worth in X amount of years, you know? So interest, that's what I was thinking of before, is that's important to learn about. All these things are important to learn about. And that's the building blocks, really, of financial health, is, you know, learning about the money, setting a budget, and then you'll understand what you should do with your money a little bit more. And also, you know, investing in your skills is important, investing in yourself and your health. And that's why I was talking about financial health is important, because it takes a little bit of money to do the program and invest back into yourself. But by investing back into yourself, it's kind of cyclical, you know what I mean? It works this way with business too. If you have money in business, and you put that money back into the business, it makes you more money, and it just gets the chain, you know, it just gets the ball rolling, so to speak. Again, that's true with your health too. Invest a little bit of money back into your health, you feel better and better. You're able to make more money because you have more energy to make money, to be of better service, right? And then you can put that money, you know, do more health type stuff, put more money back into your health, you know what I'm saying? And investing into your health is the best investment, because, you know, with your health, that's the most important factor in everything. You'll be able to work harder, longer hours, right? You'll be able to be more creative because your brain's working better, and you'll be more grounded. Like I said, being more grounded about money is very important. Okay, so that's just some things about financial health in general. I hope that helps you guys out. Put your questions down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the video. And if you guys want to hear me talk about anything else, you know, put it down below. And I know it's not directly related to health, but it's more important than you realize, okay? Especially today's day and age, where we have to take certain precautions to protect ourselves, okay? So that's it, and I'll talk to you guys later.